Yo, bam, we're live. John Young, Mr. Spin, good to see you all. Caleb, Matt Souza, great to see you.
Hey.
I am stoked that today ended early. I want to make one quick comment before we move forward. I was raised in California, in the Bay Area, on the forefront in a lot of ways in the world, and there's a subtle hatred in California, ever flowing on in this great state, of a sort of a hatred towards religion and God, and a hatred towards the United States of America. And it's very subtle, but it's always there, and it's constantly there. And as I've gotten older and I've matured, I've realized I've been to more than 100 countries. I've been to all 7 continents. And for those of you who do not know the United States of America, you should realize that it is the canary in the coal mine. If this country falls, if something bad happens here, all of you are fucked. You have to understand that. I am telling you that from someone, and we can get in discussion on another podcast. I've been everywhere. Do not wish for bad things to happen in this country. There's a protection here going on for all of you that you are not aware of, that you will become aware of if you come here and visit here. This is an incredible country. It's a very unique place. The experiment that's going on here is completely unique, of liberty and democracy. And no matter what anyone fucking tells you about this being a bad place or a racist place or whatever, it is not nearly as bad as where you live. You have to understand, this is the experiment. This country is the inhabitants of everywhere else on the planet, all trying to make it work here first. So don't get confused. And the other thing, those of you who are criticizing Emma's love for God and her quoting of scripture, I also come from there, and I'm also not a religious person, and it's completely insane to hate on religious people, especially the Christians in the United States of America. They keep the moral fiber and values alive. No one else is being taught values and morals except for the religious people in this country, and especially the Christians. And this is coming from someone who is not Christian, but I would fucking much rather have all my neighbors be Christians than anything else. And so be careful what you wish for. We need a group of people in this country who don't want babies killed in their mother's wombs, who want people to stand upright and be strong, to be brave, to be loving, and to treat their neighbors the way they want to be treated. So be careful the kind of dumb shit you say, hating on people just because you don't understand what they're doing or what part of the teeter-totter or balance of power they're keeping in place. So just check yourselves, knuckleheads. It's not just because some of us don't understand religion or don't understand the United States of America does not mean that it's not vital to the existence of all of humanity. And I did love Emma's comments. Absolutely. Okay. Sorry. It got me all fired up when I saw the comments and people hating on that shit. It's like, wow, yeah, Barry McCockner, more kids need to act like Carrie. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Fantastic day. Let's bring up the women's leaderboard. Incredible. By the way, thank you guys for hanging with me all weekend so far. John and Spin and Caleb and Souza, and hopefully we can get Tyler on here. I'm surprised he's not on here. We've been fucking crushing it, and I'm ecstatic. It's almost like it's almost like what have you done for me lately? I almost feel embarrassed, like we've forgotten. I mean, Emma Carey and Emma Lawson are just doing it, right?
Yeah. I mean, Emma Carey was right there with Mal, and then she got hurt, and Mal took off. And I mean, Emma Lawson showed up last year, and she's been doing it since. Emma Lawson shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Honestly, Emma Carey shouldn't either, but I'm really, really happy she's doing as good as she's doing.
In that final event, while it's fresh in my head, let me ask you guys, what do you think Danielle Brandon was smiling because she thought she was going to win, or that was just a mechanism of just like trying to deal with the pain she was having? But at the end there, I'm guessing we all thought she was going to win because she is the better runner. But you did see Emma Carey and Emma Lawson putting on the gas pedal, showing some of that championship identity in them, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the questions was going into this with so many qualifying spots. If you're up to the top of the leaderboard right now and you're doing well, is there a reason to push yourself to win the event, or is second or third good enough? I just feel like she felt comfortable and good and was just enjoying herself out there and was happy with where she finished.
I'd like to give a huge compliment also to the CrossFit Games team for getting this leaderboard up so fast. This is kind of unheard of, right?
I don't think the standings have been updated though.
We can make judgment calls on it. Their placings are in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we don't know the overall.
Oh no,
ranking.
it's updated. The points are updated. Yeah, because
Okay.
they're in the 400s.
Oh, okay, let's go over the workout real quick, and then we'll look at the rankings. 4 and 5. Oh wow, Paran. Wow, a first and a 43rd. Paige Powers is Paige Powers the only one? Paige, Danielle, Amanda, Emma Lawson. So these top 3 on top, Danielle Paran, Ashley, and Emma, they're not going, huh? Caleb, did you want to say something?
I was just gonna direct you to what was going on, but you got it.
Okay. These 3 on top, Danielle Paran and Ashley and Emma, they're not going to the games.
I mean, Ashley's got a shot. She's 12th overall right now. And if she did that well in the snatch, I gotta believe that she's pretty powerful on the bike. If she can do 3 sets of 20 toes to bar unbroken, she's got a shot.
Is that the blue-haired girl?
No, that's Amanda Fisher.
Okay. Oh, and she's down there. Where is she? Oh, and she's currently in 9th.
She was purple or blue. There's another one with blue. That's Samantha Pugh.
It is funny though. The top 3 correlate so poorly in the run.
Oh, you mean in terms of they did so good on the strength and then shit the bed at the end?
Yeah.
Not surprising though, right?
It's just funny that they're all like, it's 3 of them at the top. Typically you'd see, like Danielle, Brandon, Emma, or Paige Powers, like they're up there too. But typically you'd see somebody that is, well-rounded or going to go to the games up there at the top too. But it's 3 people that were all really bad at running. We're really good at snatching.
You know what's interesting is you look at the body shapes, the physiques of the athletes, but both in the men and the women who are in the first heat versus the heats that go first versus the heats that go to the end. You see that the bodies seem I don't know, either more dialed in or more adapted to the sport. But even in the big picture, you look at basketball players who played basketball 30 years ago versus their bodies today. Right. And these guys are like more jacked. And now I wonder if we're seeing the whole body physique composition of what makes an elite CrossFitter change. Also, the men and women everyone seems just a little bit bigger this year. Do you guys see that?
I don't know. They probably got stats on height and weight. Ryan, do you know those stats offhand of the semifinalists who made it?
Everyone just looks broader to me a little. And I'm seeing it in the women finally this year, like broader in the shoulders.
I think that's just the progression. I don't think it's anything that's just all of a sudden popped up. But I think if you just look at the years, I think the women definitely have had more room to improve and grow in that way over the years compared to the men.
Yeah. Okay. Paige Powers, a 4th and an 8th. And those are the kind of numbers you want to see, right? From someone who's going to the CrossFit Games. She going to be top 10 at the games?
I think she's got a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe. I still want to see her do better on the longer running.
It's within her. It's within a possibility.
Danielle Brandon, a 6th and a 3rd. What we expect, right?
Yeah, she probably did the best out of everybody on these. Emma Lawson, 7th and 4th. She's right there with her. Those 2, I think, did the best as far as both of those tests.
And Amanda Barnhart did quite well also, an 8th and a 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And is it surprising to see that she did? Wouldn't you think it would be the other way around, a 7th and an 8th?
Yeah. I mean, she's always been able to cycle power, either power cleans or power snatches very, very fast, like noticeably faster than the field. Tola is also like this, like the way they cycle is just faster. If you ever watch her cycle thrusters, she's really, really fast if she has to sprint. But yeah, I mean, this is all about the run, and she got 7th place. It's just a tribute to what she's been doing in training.
Emma Carey, 10th and a 2nd. I think what's interesting is I think she will get stronger. She is so young. And what's incredible is that she did take 2nd on the run. I don't think anyone would have expected that, right? I mean, top 5, but no one expected 2nd behind. I mean, if Sydney wasn't there, she'd have won that.
And Sydney's a specialist in that particular event. That's what she did in college, is ran 800 meters.
I
Go
think
ahead.
I think Emma surprised herself at how well she did.
She was pushing it at the end. Did you guys see it on the runner? I mean, she was emptying the tank.
Yeah.
She like, you could see her literally physically look like she was breaking down. You know, I gotta say it is a shame we're not getting to see Mal here. It is what a bummer. It would be fun to see her go head to head against Emma Carey. I hope we still get to see that someday in the future. Emma's the real deal, man. 5th second, 10th second.
She's in first place right now.
Absolutely
Overall.
nuts. Yeah. Did anyone pick her in our group to win the whole thing? We got people who picked her?
I think I might have after
To win the whole thing. I don't.
Top 3 for sure. I'm sure I heard her name tossed around in the top 3.
Because at that time we were all saying Mal.
Well, after you take Mal out.
Yeah, I think you had Emma Carey second. I think you had
Okay.
Emma Carey second. I had Emma Lawson second. And I think I had Emma Carey third.
You know what I was thinking also is I know she trains over there at Brute, but after that busting out the scripture, I was like, man, maybe we're looking at a future Mayhem athlete.
I don't know about that.
You think she's happy there at Brute?
I do. I think for her to get hurt the way she did and then take a year off and rehab, how she rehabbed, and then come back and, you know, like, let's say she wins this or gets second, and let's just say she gets top 10 at the games. That creates a very close bond between coach and athlete. I can't see somebody just jumping ship.
And, you know, it's funny you say that. I suspect that Matt Torres is extremely hands-on and dials stuff up and down for his athletes and gives her the attention, especially like you were just saying. You brought up a really good point. The fact that she was injured and that she was probably the way Danielle Brandon made it sound there is that they cater to each athlete.
Yeah, he does individualized programming for all of them. They're only doing the same workout maybe once a week.
Okay. Scroll down just a little bit more.
Oh, by the way, I did have Emma Carey winning the whole thing, but I did have Brooke Wells in second. So I get 1 out of 2 is not bad.
Yeah, no, not bad at all. Good job. Keep going. What do we organize by okay, let's organize by the, Fisa Goffi. Let's take a quick look at her. 20th and 23rd. Go ahead, Caleb.
It's organized by the first part of that event.
The max snatch.
The max snatch. And then the next column over, the very last column, is the time on the 800.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you. Fisa Goffi, so with the 20th and 23rd, she's 7th overall. She's got one more day.
Yeah, she had a bit of a good gap, good little leeway to have these performances here, and I think she's happy with this. She didn't bomb. I mean, 20th out of 56 places. Like, I think she'll take that on a snatch all day. And then the gymnastics event tomorrow, she should absolutely destroy. I almost think like Fee's good to go. I think she's gonna make it, no problem.
Awesome. Good to hear that. That'll be fun. I wonder if she can become more of a crowd favorite. I think the people will really embrace her as they get to know her. What about Shelby Neal, 17th?
Rope climbs are tomorrow. I think
tomorrow will
done.
be the event. I don't think she's done. It's 4 rope climbs, Brian. Jeez, chill out.
5-2.
Tomorrow will be the event to tell if she's going to make it. If she gets 30th place in that event, then she's not going to make it. If she gets 20th and then sells her soul and gets 3rd on the last event, then she can make it.
What was this workout that she got 42nd on? That was Linda?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So she probably had a Brooke Wells like meltdown.
All right. Let's keep going down. Go down the list here. We may not even need to look at the next group. Okay. Brooke Wells, a 26th and a 12th overall, 21st. Still within striking or no?
I don't think so.
How many points is she behind Shelby Neal? Because I just said she had a shot.
So, well, Sydney is in 11th right now with 280 points.
Can we go by leaderboard, like the total leaderboard, if we're gonna?
Sure, let's do it. Wait, before you do that, scroll down all the way to the bottom. I want to see who did the worst in this event. Who had the
page 2?
I want to see if I can snatch more than them. No. All right. Fuck you.
No.
Oh, wait, one more. Oh, no. Damn it. Okay. Well, good job, Madeline. 5'3". I'm taller than you. How's that? All right. Go ahead and stack these up by ranking. And let's see let's go down to 11th place. I think that's where Sydney is. We wanted to take a peek at Sydney. Sydney is got a 34th and a first. Ooh, that first really helped her. And how many do they take? They take 11.
Yeah, for the women.
Oh my goodness! And Paige Semenda's 2 points above her, and who's below her? Ashley Wozni. Wow. Oh my goodness. And Napoli. Wow. And Prevo is going to come hard.
Keep going.
Tomorrow's going to be nuts.
Jeez, look how much people are up. Oh my gosh, the 220 range is ridiculous.
The which range?
220 to 230. There's a lot of people. Yeah, I'm going to say so 23rd, 11th through 23rd. I think anything can happen. Like as far as that 11th spot, like people would have to bomb that are at the top of this list, but weird things have happened before. It's like Sydney, Ashley, Paige, Semenza. One of those three really, really bombs in the next two events, and anybody up through 23rd just has the greatest day, then they can get in. That's what it would have to take.
I can't be Mr. Bun anymore. I tied it down low so you guys couldn't see it. So stop with the bun comments. That one shook me. No more bun comments. I'm hiding my bun. Well, at least till tomorrow. Okay, Jessica Swartz, 28th out. Let's keep going. Let's see any big dogs completely out of the game.
Not on the women's side.
All right.
No, I think, John, yes, I think there's a chance that if you are down there in the 220 point range, you have a chance, but I think it's going to require 2 top 6 or 7 spot finishes to get a shot at it. And you'll need each of those people above you to have a bad event. So just doing well on your own is not going to be enough.
Any girls pull
out?
No,
I agree. But I don't put that out for the realm of possibility.
Any ladies pull out? No.
Not yet.
Okay, good. Over on the men's side, Saxon Panchik pulled out. Sounds like it was for medical reasons. It sounds like Justin Berg did send out an explanation to the media about what the rules are regarding explaining what happened to Carone, but he didn't talk about Carone specifically. I just looked at it briefly. Did you take a look at that, Souza? Or Caleb? Okay, you did look at it, Caleb. Caleb, it doesn't talk about it specifically about Carone. It just says basically that if athletes are injured, and that they're concerned the injury could get worse, they could make the call to pull the athlete out. Correct?
Yeah, it listed the 2 of them athletes who had been removed, but it didn't discuss like why really. It was just like if they didn't make an effort.
But according to Carone's post, they pulled him out because not because he was injured and they were concerned that he would injure himself more, but they pulled him out because he didn't try hard enough on the previous workout.
And they kind of alluded that to the very end. They did say that to make a fair competition where all the athletes are performing the same tests on the same conditions and experiencing the same accumulated effect. Athletes who are injured and cannot perform one test will be allowed to advance in the competition. May not be allowed to advance in the competition. So
yeah, may not.
May not, yeah. So basically they're saying that, well, he didn't work hard enough. He didn't, have as much fatigue by trying to do all the muscle ups that we're going to stop you.
So then Sydney Wells needs to be eliminated from the competition because she couldn't do the ring muscle ups and she should just try harder.
Does anyone think that it was right to pull Carone out? I could see pulling him out if it's like, hey, he's going to hurt himself, but just based on the fact that he didn't try, does anyone think that that's a valid reason to pull him out?
It's terrible. And Corby Foxall had the same thing. He also posted almost identical to Alex. He thought he was going to go out. He was told he could go back out, and then minutes before stepped onto the floor, he got pulled. So happened to 2 athletes.
Sorry, and what was wrong with him?
He had the same issue. I think he hurt himself on the ring complex, and that's where
shoulder.
Shoulder.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the medical was talking to him, and he asked, "Can I continue to go on the future?" And they said yes. And
Josh, can we put Caleb on the big picture and John Young in the small window? No. No.
You don't want to see his face in the big picture.
No. But thank you for trying. Man, John, people just love you.
I know, man.
They absolutely love you.
I preferred the Goonies comment to that one.
Oh, Jesus. Ouch, Caleb. Oh, my goodness. Buttery Bubbles, everyone in CrossFit is too nice. They should have asked Matt about Mao. Well, I'm guessing when he came on there, that was talked about. I'm assuming Matt. They said to Matt, "Hey, we're not going to ask you about Mao." I'm going to have to guess. Barry McCockiner, John is not gay. I don't think anyone was asking, but that's really nice of you to.
Appreciate that, Barry.
God, people love you. Okay. Dick Butter agrees, which is just always weird that when you agree with the Dick. Guaranteed. Matt said no Mao questions. Yeah, I agree. Joel, Farlow ran in lifters and hit a 300-pound snatch. My goodness, you look like Jason Kalibo before he did CrossFit. Let's pull up the men's. Thank you for the money, Joel. Let's pull up the men's leaderboard. So we said Saxon is out. The Foxhole guy is out. And really quick, one quick thing. Sorry, before we go to the men. Anyone surprised that Lawson hit 185?
195.
195. Anyone surprised she hit 195?
Or did she miss 195 or did she hit 195? I know she tried it.
I can't remember. But either way, I mean, I think
she's freaking
bodes
strong.
well for her. It bodes well for going into the games, the strength that she needs.
195, she got it. It took 6 with 195.
Yeah, she doesn't look strong, but she's really strong. So Emma Lawson is the next thing. I won't be shocked if she gets second at the games this year.
Hey, listen to who she's with here, guys. Danielle Brandon, 195. Emma Lawson, 195. Amanda Barnhart, 195. Jessica and Drozic, 195. What about this? How much of that is the playing field leveled because of the heart rate? Meaning
on just a max snatch?
Yeah. Meaning if it wasn't, if they didn't have the run, would Amanda Barnhart put on 15 more pounds and Emma Lawson would not have?
I don't think so. Just because I did this event and they're fitter than I am, and it didn't affect me. So just from personal experience, I don't think that affected it at all.
No, I think if you gave them 6 minutes and just said you have 6 minutes to do it,
the same people would
want, it would have been the same, maybe a few extra pounds. But if any other 1 rep max, you're going to get 3 attempts. Depending on how they do it, you're going to see about the same.
Lawson has been slept on somehow. Michael Marlowe. I don't think that's true, but I feel your sentiment. It's hard to remember that she wore the leader's jersey at the games last year, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she was even in first place up until like the 7th event or something crazy like that. Am I off my rocker?
I think she was. It was pretty.
Yeah, because Tia had the jump rope mishap, and that it took her longer than usual to get the leader jersey. Wait till this next morning's event. She's going to crush the next event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll get to that soon. Back to the boys. A little preview of what's going to happen in the show. John's opinion coming up in the next 15 minutes. Jeffrey Adler, a 10th and a first. Kind of a little bit of a surprise, right? That Adler took first.
No.
He's the strong guy. He's not the runner, is he?
Yeah, you should have. I mean, did you watch him at Rogue?
I don't remember. Refresh me.
He beat Ricky Garrard in the trail run with a ruck.
Okay.
I used to think like running was a weakness for Jeff, and he has cleared it up really, really nicely. He's a a very good runner. I wouldn't put him in like the top tier runners like Ricky and Lazar, but he's right behind them. He's a very good runner.
And then Jason Hopper, a first and a 12th, 305 pounds. Are you guys surprised that 305 was enough to take first place?
That's about where I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I think he said it was his PR. Matt said it was his PR, but Jason made that look truly effortless, right? I mean, I'm not even a little bit of exaggeration or hyperbole. It looked like he had done that 20 times before.
No, he needs to max it out properly if that was his PR, and like take his time and just see what he can do.
Yeah, straight freakish. And Dallin Pepper, a 7th and a 9th, sort of, I mean, is this the best? Has Dallin Pepper ever been finished an event this big in 3rd place?
I don't think so. Wadapalooza was his best event. What did he finish in Wadapalooza last year?
I don't know I don't know where he finished, honestly.
As Brian always reminds me, there can only be so many guys at the top. I'll be like, wait, how can Emma Lawson not be top 5 at the games or something? And he'll be like, well, dude, there can only be so many at the top. And it's like, here we go. And they've done it. Jason Hopper and Dallin Pepper have pushed out basically Roman Krennikov and I guess Roman. They pushed Roman down. Roman's now sitting in 4th. Who would have thought? You think Roman's going to make it and get pushed down even further? You think he's going to finish ahead of Dallin and Jason after tomorrow?
I think he'll be ahead of Dallin. I don't think he'll catch Jason. Jason has looked the most impressive in this whole entire competition as far as just what I expected of people and what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by Jason.
I'm excited to watch him at the games. How much is he behind Adler?
449 and 434, like 15 points maybe.
So, I mean, the next event will tell me a lot about Jason because that's what he struggles the most with. Same with Roman. I mean, I think Roman's going to be fine in that event, but same with Dallin. The next event is the event both of those guys, you wouldn't think they would finish at the top on those events. So it'll be fun to see how they compare on that one.
Here's what's interesting. To tell me if you guys agree with this psychology behind this. If Dallin finishes 3rd, I think he goes into the games thinking, hey, shit, I can win the CrossFit Games. Samuel, he needs to beat Roman. Samuel, if Samuel beats Roman here, he thinks then he goes into the games thinking I can win the games. If Roman ends up taking 5th here, he still thinks he can win the games, right? For Roman, it would just be, it was a hiccup. It wasn't enough events. He'll have some sort of story. But for Samuel and Dallin and Jason, this is huge, right? Jeffrey Adler already knows, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the way it's shaping up is, I mean, this is going to be a large percentage of the top 5, 6 at the games. Throw in Medeiros and Pat. I think that's
maybe Brent.
No.
Oh, Brian hates Brent Fikowski.
Yeah,
I don't hate Brent. I just don't think he's got top 5, 6 at the games.
He's retired. He's retired into greener pastures, Mr. Young. And what's Will Morad? If Will Morad finishes here, he's going to have delusions of grandeur. He also is going to think he can make the podium at the games.
He was close in 2019 until he pulled his hammy.
My goodness.
The podium?
Dude, he's going to go ahead.
He was like 3rd or 4th into the zigzag sprint and then pulled his hammy.
In 6 events, he was 3rd or 4th. The 15 events after that, he's not going to be. No, I know you love Will Morad, but
I mean,
Will Morad, he does so good at this part of the competition, and then in the games, he just always lets you down.
If he can be healthy, he will surprise people.
Glee, unpopular opinion, but Justin isn't great for the sport. He has done an amazing job of limiting weaknesses, but nothing stands out, and it's hard to watch a weekend of him feel like he's the best. Jesus Christ. Blasphemy. Dallin Pepper's the opposite of what the DEI council wanted. I agree. Sevan, time to have Hopper on the podcast. Cole S. Don't tell me what to do. And finally, one that completely goes over my head. How we do it. John Young looks like my character in Call of Duty Mobile.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. I just like it. Yeah, his mullet stands out. Thank you. I mean, come on, dude. It's perfect. It's perfect. He's developing right before our eyes. He's a kid who's killing it. Remember the story. He's got a great story. He's the kid who lost his 49 of his first 50 wrestling matches in high school and stuck with it. I like Justin. He's kind of on the down. He's kind of on the down low champion, but he's legit as fuck. He is legit. We've had other champions who aren't legit as fuck. Medeiros is legit. You think Medeiros is?
I don't think I look like that guy, Caleb.
I think
as long as it's not the guy with the skeleton, you're doing good. Let me ask you this. How about this for a brutal conversation? Who's more obviously we know Matt's legit as fuck. We know Tia's legit. We know Froning's legit. And I would say Annie's legit. And do you think that and then Katrin's pretty legit, 2 in a row is solid as fuck, but we did have that weird incident with the pegboard, right? Where do you think Justin falls in terms of legit? I know we haven't defined legit champs. I think
like where would you rank him all time? Is that what you're asking?
Or just his win, like there's other champ like the champion on the women's side this year. There's going to be, I don't want to say there's an asterisk by it. She's still fucking amazing. I still count her the fittest woman in the world. There's still the psychological people will be like, well, you wouldn't have won if Mal wasn't there. Or you wouldn't have won if Haley wasn't there. Or you wouldn't have won if Brooke. But it doesn't matter. You wouldn't have won if Tia was there because they didn't make it. Tia fucking got semen in her. That's Tia's fault. Mal had some sort of reason she left. That's her fault. That means they weren't qualified to make it. And that makes the next person who won better than her, in my opinion. And so what I'm saying but then there's other people. It's like, there was a weird rope incident or Car Sanders, had to, I don't know. I just think that Justin is as legit as they fucking come after the 3 greats. I think he's up there with Annie.
Well, so I think he's a tier behind those people that you named.
Even so behind Annie and Katrin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, I mean, maybe not Katrin, or Annie. Yeah, he's probably in there with Katrin and Annie. I think you got to put Rich, Matt, and Tia up at like top tier, and then it goes Katrin, Annie, and then if you want to throw Justin in that tier, you can. And then after that, it's Ben Smith, maybe Patrick Vellner, like that tier.
Vellner never won the games though, right?
No, that's why he's beneath that tier.
Right. Well, I would put all the champions above. I would put even Camille, who I would say Camille.
I wouldn't.
I think Camille's the least legit champion we had. Not that she's not legit, but just if you had to rank them.
James Fitzgerald.
Modern era, I would say.
What years are we constituting modern era?
You don't think I just mean relative to the field. You don't think that, I'm not talking about best of like all time, but relative to the field, I think James won it. Maybe you think Josh Everett should have won
2007, James is probably, you know what I mean? He can claim the champion of CrossFit.
And I think James would have won the next day if they did the competition again, whereas I don't think Camille 100%. Would have won the next day if they would have done the competition.
So compared to the field, you're saying?
Yeah. Like Khalipa was fucking legit.
Yeah. No, I think
Nico was
you got
legit.
The top tier, and then there's 3 or 4 guys, and then the next tier, and Justin's in the second tier.
Yeah.
What I wish we had was a CrossFit media crew that did the same for Justin as they did for Rich, or even Matt in the documentary.
Yeah, right? those days are. Who's that with Caleb? Those days are over.
Oh, I know.
Say it again, Brian.
Just, I mean, he does put out some of his own stuff, but they don't have CrossFit media pushing and doing some of the great documentaries like they did for Rich.
Right. Well, just any of the fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like someone needs to just go over to Justin's what's he called? The Shake Shack, the
Shred Shack.
They need to go to Justin's house and just make 30 videos of them. Just hang out there for a week. I don't even know if athletes allow that anymore. I don't even know what I don't even know. But yeah, they should totally do that.
I feel like you would.
I feel like you would too. And while you're there, you can make 20 of his girlfriend too.
Yeah.
She should change her name to Emma Turner.
It seems to be working.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the leaderboard. Let's go down and look at where this bottleneck is. Oh my goodness, James Sprague 10th. Farlow 305. 300. No, Farlow 300. Not even good enough for first place.
But if you look, 12th through 13th has a 34-point gap.
12 through what?
For 12th to 13th. And James, so like James looks like he's only in 10th place, but he just has to be top 12. So he has almost a 50-point gap to Benoit. So
don't fuck it up, James, is what you're saying?
He's got a little bit of breathing room. The next event, if he can just hold steady, he can make it. It's just if he bombs those handstand push-ups, he's got to be able to do those handstand push-ups, and then he just can't bomb the next event.
How bad could he shit the bed on that? What is the next event? How bad could he shit the bed? Could he be a 50th?
If he blows up, he could. Yeah.
James doesn't go upside down. He's like Laura Horvat.
In a deficit. Yeah. I mean, same scenario as Laura Horvath. Not as bad though.
It's not a deficit though, is it?
I don't think.
Hey, how about Luke Parker, dude? That's who I have to have back on. If he makes it to the games, I got to have him back on.
I think he's going to make it too. I think he could not do well in the next two events, but I don't think he's going to bomb the next two events. He can do everything that is next, and he's got a good gap. No, he came with that 300-pound snatch. I don't know if that's a PR for him, but that is a very clutch 300-pound snatch, because that might single-handedly get him into the games.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Spin.
No, that's 100% right. I think that's why I predicted him to make it into the top 12, is just looking at the power output that was required and knowing that he was going to be top 3 in this one.
Listen to these names, guys. This is in order with only 2 events left. Jeffrey Adler, Jason Hopper, Dallin Pepper, Roman Krennikov, Samuel Cornway, Will Morat, Alex Vigneault, Noah Olson, Luke Parker, James Sprague, and Jack Farlow. And then in 14th, Spencer Panchik. Oh, shit. So, wow. Oh, I wanted to ask you guys one more question about Luke. I think that what Luke is – this is what I think about Luke. I think Luke tightened up his nutrition the month before. He looks leaner than he ever has, almost a little gaunt in the face, maybe even like a little vampire, like he's lost a little color. I think he's tightened up his nutrition. He's probably the lightest he's been in the last fucking 5 years of his life. And I think he's living up to the pressure is good for him. He's living up to the pressure. He's actually showing us he's not physically good enough to go to the games, but he's mentally there. And that when he does, and if he does make it to the games this year, we'll see him like 2 or 3 more times after that. Thoughts?
I mean, I'm really impressed with what he's been doing. Again, I said I was a little disappointed how he showed up at Wadapalooza a few months ago, but
why? What did you see there? I don't remember. What did you see there?
He just didn't have some of that juice and power that you expected out of him, and kind of faded throughout the course of the 2 days. And I thought he was one that was going to be, top 5, top 10, especially making kind of a statement he wanted to go individual. And kind of disappointed to see where he finished, and he's looked really good this weekend.
Yeah, and I mean, I saw him at the Fittest Experience in Texas. I saw him in person. We were doing the same competition, and I mean, I thought he would just kind of win easily, honestly, and he got like 5th in a type of competition where he should be the best one there. He got 5th. So and that's why I didn't pick him in the top 12, because if you can't win that type of competition, how are you going to make the games? And then Wadapalooza kind of was a second data point to that. But maybe he just peaked out in the last 4 months, and this is peak Luke Parker right now.
Yeah, I'm digging it. All right. Joel, as Joel says, Luke came to play. Yeah, sorry. I gave the long-winded version of that.
Here's a data point on Sprague. Workout 1 of quarterfinals with it did have muscle ups, but it also had the chest facing or wall facing handstand push-ups. He took 94th in the North America East region.
So is that? I'm
That's
sorry,
not
I don't know
bad.
how to interpret that. Is that bad?
That's Dallin got 30th, Noah got 10th, Farlow got 17th, Roman got 63rd, Tyler Christopher.
If Roman got
19th.
63rd, I don't care that Sprague got 94th
Hopper got 30th.
in a workout where 7,000 people are doing it.
Oh shit!
This is only North America East that he got that.
So 5,000.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Finals?
The
No, not
UFC's on.
quarterfinals.
We got to go. Nice seeing you guys. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. No, we got a few more minutes. This is interesting. God, we haven't even. I don't know if we have time for shit like this. Oh, just really quick. Fee and Fuselier. Is Fuselier going to the games?
Looking at these events,
We'll see.
we'll see if she got stronger. She had to get stronger.
Is she North America West
last year.
or is she?
I think
Yeah,
she is.
North America West. We'll see. I think she'll be on the cut line.
Hey, and you know what about Fee and Rebecca's and even Mal, and it just throws shit in my face to my perception that the athletes are getting bigger, because those are Fee and Rebecca are definitely not bigger.
I'll tell you this: the fact that Fee's doing so good in this weekend bodes well for Fuselier, because I did not think Fee Sagafi was going to do as good as she has done, and I know tomorrow is going to be fine for her. So that bodes well for Fuselier because they are similar athletes.
Josh, go ahead, Spin.
I know Fee has been, hitting PRs in training, and I think even there might have been a PR on the thruster during the Open. And I know Rebecca's been doing as well, getting stronger, and so they seem to be tracking the same way. So she'll be in the mix, but it'll
She
be
just
tough.
married her coach, didn't she? Fuselier?
She did.
Josh, why hasn't anyone started a petition for CrossFit to get rid of Justin Berg for incompetence like they tried to do Chase a few years ago? Well, because for Chase, they tried to get rid of him because he was white. So it will require someone to realize Justin Berg is tall and white. Those are the kind of people who start petitions and try to cancel people. So once Justin is spotted as being 6'3" and white, that group that attacks people based on their race and ethnicity and skin color, they can do it. We don't do that. We just talk shit over here. Sevan, any chance at night show with real Brian or any athletes? Eat a dick, Matt. I resent that. Thank you. And thank you for watching. Please don't hang up or take that. Thank you. Caleb, did you want to say something? Thank you. For the hearing impaired, the DEI council has spoken. I saw Sousa fall out of his chair. Oh my God. Yeah, Matt, you're a good dude. You're a good dude. I love you, buddy. Okay. Real athletes and real Brian. Okay. Let's now I want to watch the UFC. Let's look at tomorrow's morning's workout. And no, Christine, don't start one. Don't do it. It's not good for your soul to start a petition to get someone fired for just incompetence. So it's not like he's killing babies. For this is workout 6 for time. 20 overhead squats. That sounds hard. 500-meter row. That sounds hard. 3 handstand walk pirouettes. What does that mean exactly? Do we know anything about that?
You walk and then you turn around on your hands, do a whole 360, and then you walk to the next square. You do a 360, and then you walk to the next square. You do a
How far? How far is the walk?
Not very far. Do you know offhand, Caleb or Brian? I don't think very far. It's just box to box.
The teams did it. I'm sure it's about the same. So it's not a long walk.
Like 10 feet.
Okay. So the walk is inconsequential.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just your ability to pirouette and keep going.
Two seated legless rope climbs. Go ahead, Spin.
There were some on the teams that, they were flying through it. I saw a couple and posted one on Instagram of it. So they can definitely make up some time, but it's not going to be enough if they're not good at the rope climbs or the handstand push-ups.
No, it's everything in totality. It's just a whole bunch of weird things, and let's see who can do all of it.
It is really a bag of just like, hey, we're really gonna test your all the hard shit kind of in limited amounts, right? 500-meter row, that requires real pacing, right? Because you got to go really fucking hard, but you can't fucking kill yourself. 20 overhead squats, you got to have good position. Handstand walk pirouettes, even though it's not a lot, it's just enough to really test if you're capable, competent at them. Same with the 20 strict chest to wall handstand push-ups. Is that what we're worried about Sprague? You think that could just stop him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Will it?
It depends how hard he goes in the first part.
He's amazing on the rower. So he should not, if he comes out and is leading on the row after the first one, he should not, because he can make it up on the second.
Yeah, the row is inconsequential to this workout. It's literally just bait to mess yourself up. Both of them, really. I think both rows, you just want a steady pace. You don't want to go fast. Because
the overhead squats at the end, if you start dropping those, you're going to add minutes to your score.
Yeah, the 20 overhead squats at the end of this is the most important part of this workout.
Can that be done unbroken?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Kenneth DeLab, what do you think of the notion that athletes have not peaked because it's semifinals? I honestly don't know, but if I had to take it, I'm the last person you want to ask that question, but I think it's just bullshit, personally. The thoughts on that? John would know better than me.
I think the guys that aren't peaked are way fitter than everybody else. So, I mean, the top 5 guys, I believe it for that, because they know they're going to make it. But you could say the same for the women. And if Brooke Wells is not peaked, maybe she should have peaked. So, I mean, I do think like Luke Parker trained for the semifinals, right? And Eric Jason Hopper is training for the games. I believe that. And there's certain things tested at the semifinals, and there's certain things that tested for the games. Hopper's probably training for the games and not for the semifinals, just knowing he's going to be fit enough.
Yeah.
You like that spin?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to depend on who you are. If you're thinking you might make it, you're peaking.
Meaning you're training semifinal specific things.
You don't want to not peak and then have your season end.
What about Saxon and Spencer?
Spencer still got a shot.
But Saxon, were they peaking? Do you think they're peaking?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, you got to be like really confident in yourself. like Roman Adler? Yeah, I don't think Roman's speaking.
You think wow.
I don't think Adler's speaking, and I don't think Hopper's speaking.
I mean, you saw Adler in the open. He's like, I was just kind of trying, and I won it. So,
Mason Mitchell, rest in peace, James Sprague. Well, thank you, Mason. How we do it? Justin Berg can't be fired. He's the only trans person at HQ. 2 years ago in semis, James Sprague got completely stuck on handstand push-ups. Is that facts?
Yeah, it's the one where Mo Morad made the 80-point comeback.
No, that was last year with the heavy snatch and muscle ups, I think it was.
Did he not get stuck on the deficit handstand push-ups in that workout?
I think it was
deficit handstand really push-ups.
Yeah.
No,
it was just all three. None of it was good for him.
Oh, what does this mean, peaked anyway? Why wouldn't you peak? The games aren't promised to anyone. Why wouldn't you peak for semifinals? Is it too soon to go up and down, peak twice?
I think you got to ask every individual athlete that. I mean, I tend to agree with that, but I'm not good enough. I'm not fit enough to answer that question from their point of view. So it's hard to say.
CrossFit, go ahead.
They always say that games training is just another level. They're not at that level at this point.
Yeah, it might just be more volume.
I mean, they're tapering. Yeah, they're tapering. They're getting ready for it, but they're not doing everything they can to be at their top shape.
CrossFit Corey, when Rich and Tia were at their best, they would be peaked all year round. No one would beat them. I kind of feel that way about Mr. Medeiros too, which is interesting. If people are just saying, we started the show, people were saying, well, it's boring because Justin doesn't stand out anywhere. He's just, slow and steady and the tortoise that wins. Well, what does that say about him peaking then? That means he must be always ready, right?
Yeah. No, I mean,
What if he just said that? What if when he won the games, he'd been like, dude, if I would have been here last week, I'd have killed all you fuckers. But he's still holding the first place trophy. He's like, I peaked last week.
I think their training, it varies, and they get ready for certain events, and they train differently, and the games is the next level, and semifinals is not that.
David Winslow, I think Emma Carey's comments were awesome. You were so right about Christians. Thank you for that monologue. Yeah, anytime. Thank you if you're a Christian, for having values that the rest of us can learn from. Wow. Andrew Chandler, literally word salad on the intro. What was that about?
What you got? Opposite ends of the spectrum there.
Andrew, you might be closer than Mr. Winslow. I just saw some comments right before I came on, and I got really fucking wound up. People were being critical of Emma's scripture shit and then attacking the United States. It's like, dude, you gotta go big picture. It's time to grow up. You gotta go really big picture and stop worrying about your own petty issues with religion or the United States. You gotta. It's big boy time. Okay. Let's put the workout back up again. And talk about who's going to crush this. Were you let's talk about Fee Sagafi. You think this is going to be she's going to bang this one out, kill this one?
I think she'll the 20 overhead squats I think will be hard for her, but if she's able to get through them, I think she'll do the gymnastics portion better than 97% of the field.
Okay. And she'll be, and she's not going to do anything miraculous on the row.
No,
nobody will.
You shouldn't. If you do, I think it's a mistake.
And the top dogs, Emma Lawson, Emma Carey.
Yeah, Emma Lawson, I think, will win the event.
Or Alexis.
It's only 20. Y'all act like if there's handstand push-ups in the workout.
But I think she's good at all those things, so she'll be fine.
What about Danielle Brandon? How are her legless rope climbs? I'm guessing Danielle smashes this too.
She was good at Rogue on the legless rope climb. So yeah, I mean, I think she'll do good at this as well. I just don't think she'll win. I think she'll be like fifth. Sorry.
I gotta do just one more. Sorry, bit of house cleaning here, because this is like the typical fifth grade response. And I gotta where is it? Here it is. As if the Lord gives a shit about CrossFit. Yeah, that's like totally not my point. Just so you know, that is like 100%. That's like you're a snail looking at the ground. I'm just talking big picture of just addressing the issues of the way people are attacking. If you're attacking that stuff or saying stuff like the Lord gives a shit about CrossFit, you completely miss my point. That's not a dig at you. But that's not what I'm talking about, even in the slightest. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna leave it alone. Maybe I could go back and fuck someone up over there. What is this? How about Noble Instagram posting Brooke Wells' butt coming off bench and giving good rep? They trying to help her out, posting Wells.
What's the standard that you're not allowed to lift it up, Brian? Do you know?
I don't know. All I know is you had to have the dumbbells touch your shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard of that standard either for this. If that's not a standard, it's allowed. I think this comment's just trying to start something.
Okay, good. I love start. Thank you, Mason. Yeah, Mason's good at that. Mason's just fucking, he's just all pumped up and juiced to the gills. Jody Lynn, gotta go crew. Here's some walking around money. Thank you. Little fire emoji. I appreciate it. Someone's got to give me money. My mom wonders what I'm doing over here. Emma, so you got Emma Lawson as the winner. Let's do top three here.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Danielle Brandon for the winner.
Who you got, Ryan?
I have Alexis, Emma Carey, and Danielle.
Wow, you don't got Lawson in the top three?
No.
Spin bumped his head. I'm going to go with Danielle Brandon, Lawson, and Emma Carey. I do want to bet on Alexis Raptis. She's due for a win.
Yeah, I'm going to say Lawson and then Danielle Brandon and then probably Raptis. I think Carey Carrie might go for that last 20 overhead squats unbroken and then fail at 15 or something. I could see that happening.
How weird that it's two Emmas, an Emma Lawson and Emma Carey.
I'm going to predict that Emma Carey is in the running to beat Emma Lawson and then fails at 15 or 16 and then has to do 5 more. And Danielle Brandon gets in between them. That's what's going to happen.
You watched the first event at Wadapalooza. Emma Carey crushed it.
Yep.
God, I hope they film this well. I hope they stack those girls next to each other.
Who was not at Wadapalooza?
Emma Lawson was not at Wadapalooza.
Or who else?
A lot of the women were not at Wadapalooza.
There you go. Yeah, Emma Carey killed a mediocre field. You got to put that into perspective.
But she beat Spiegel.
I don't care about Spiegel in a ring muscle up workout. Get out of here.
Spiegel. How about this? Do Danielle has over good. Wait, let me read this verbatim. Do Danielle has good overhead squats? Do you need me to interpret that, or do you guys understand?
She do.
That was great.
Yeah, that was good. Sydney Wells. Yeah. Well, we're talking tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll really dig into the leaderboard. Okay, let's go over to the boys. Tomorrow morning before we start, we'll dig into the leaderboard, and we're really gonna look at basically 8th through 15th on both sides, and tell you guys who to watch for the last 2 workouts. Let's go over to the boys and pick our boys. Man, it's hard to pick against Adler, huh?
I think Roman's gonna win this one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's really good at legless rope climbs, especially if they have to come back down and it's seated legless. I remember watching him at the Filthy 150, and he was the only one to go unbroken when they had to go all the way up and come back down and go all the way back up again. And he's good at wall-facing handstand push-ups. He was 2nd or 3rd in the Echo Press last year at the games. He's a monster rower, and he's fast at overhead squats. So go ahead.
How about Dallon's handstand push-ups? Are they suspect?
They're not suspect, but they're not a strength.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Roman on this one.
Scroll down. Give us a couple more choices. Couple more guys. I got Morad to win it. Oh my goodness. How's Farlow with all these? How's Farlow on his hands?
The legless rope climb is what I worry about on Farlow.
No shit. How can you be that? So his pulling is that weak?
He's just heavy, man. But I know Roman's also heavy. But
okay. So you got Roman. Who do you got for 2nd?
probably Adler.
Okay. And 3rd?
I'll go Morad on 3rd.
Okay. I have Will Morad.
Actually, I say Cornway. Cornway is going to get 3rd.
Okay. I have Morad, Samuel, and then Roman, and then Adler. God, I'm stupid. Okay. Mr. Spin?
I had Adler and then Cornway and Spencer.
Oh, my goodness. Wouldn't that be great? God,
that'd be fantastic
so
for Spencer.
God. Oh, that would be awesome. How's Colton going to do with this?
Is he in the comments? Can he tell us how he's going to do with this?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Tell me something good. How is he going to do it?
Well, legless was his worst event of all time. So
how can that guy not be good at one? Because he's heavy.
It just takes him 10 pulls to everybody else's 5.
Oh no, right. He's like,
but they're seated. I almost think that helps him.
He can barely reach over his head like a baby. You know, like babies can't touch both their hands on the top of their head because they're.
No, it's like Easy Muhammad, who could jump 10 feet up in the air and do 2 pulls, versus Colton could jump 8 feet.
See, Adler's already up there already. He's still climbing.
Adler went up there and hit his vape pen and came down already. Shit. Oh, look at Fikowski, though, is giving him some love. Wow.
And it's not like this isn't because of his ability. It's just it takes more pulls for him to do those than everybody else. But he should do the handstand push-ups unbroken. So he'll be up and down in this workout. And he should overhead squat. Actually, now I think about it, I think he'll be fine. The legless, he will slow down, though.
I do want to see the standard for the seated
if they have to come back down or not.
Well, that and is it an L sit, and where are they going to force?
I don't know how they standardize that. You have to start with your feet like above a 45-pound plate or something.
It's got to be what it was for the alpaca that got pulled, but we just didn't get to see what that was.
So if it's anything like the Filthy 150, because they did that, I know Roman will crush this. If it's different, then I don't know.
Why is he putting that ceiling up? Why is he putting plywood on that ceiling so he can get insulation in there? Like, why? It looks so much better without that plywood up there. Why put that? Does he have to insulate it, or else it'll be freezing in there?
Yeah, that's his house too, so he's insulating it. He has to put like.
That's his fucking house. We're looking at it. That's like his living room unfinished.
Basically,
no, that's his living room finished.
Yeah.
No shit. That's Homeboy's house.
Yeah, he's building it himself.
I thought that was a barn. Fuck. That is dope.
You see the front door? How nice that front door is?
Oh my God. I thought that was his garage. That is amazing. Hey, dude, that's a dude whose girlfriend loves him.
No more trees for those rings.
What do you mean? Oh, right. Yeah. Wow. That's killer. All right. Wow. Look at that. Brilliant. He built that place?
Yeah. Him and his girlfriend and his dad, I think.
Is it on the property?
Yeah. It's like probably like 100 yards from his dad's house.
Wow. Incredible. Okay. I need to send you some pictures, Colton, of this house that I got in Berkeley, where all of the wiring's on the outside. We insulated the top of the roof and then put all the wiring on the outside with conduit. It looks dope. Most recent video, Sevan, about you. What video?
Yeah, you want to watch that?
Is it on Colton's?
Yeah.
Am I getting tore up?
No.
No, it's from this morning.
Okay, let's see. If I look good in it, play it. If I look like shit, don't play it. Okay, here we go.
I'm wondering, do we know what the shortest guy was to do those box jumps with the rucksack? Because I'm wondering how Colton Merton's going to do.
I'm wondering how Colt Mertens is going to do too.
I ain't never feared nothing that was four-legged and bucky.
Oh, okay.
All right. If you say so, Colton, good.
He said he's going to beat the record in that event.
Good. All right. Hey, what is that? What is that thing in the back over there?
Or no, that was Linda. That was Linda, right? Was it Linda or was it this one?
Yeah. What is that thing? Is that a homemade yoke? What the fuck is that? Is he making a sauna?
No, it looks like a place to put all of his ski ergs.
It's a ski erg station.
Oh, wow.
That way they don't have to put them against the wall.
They do things different in Iowa.
Just build
Is that
everything
Iowa?
themselves. Iowa.
It's on wheels. You can roll that thing around.
It's fucking genius, actually.
Joel, stop doubting Colton. I know. You're right. Okay,
After watching the way these events have gone, I actually think Colton's going to be pretty darn good in semifinals. I think the first event is not going to be good, and then after that, he's going to be great. Like the whole rest of the weekend. So it's going to be really funny because he's going to be 50th place, and then it's going to be like third, first, third.
So he has to stay like 10th. Emotionally. Hey, someone gave $99. Oh shit!
For walking around money.
Oh shit! I thought that was $9.99. Fuck! I'm gonna get a burrito after this.
Probably costs that much in California.
I'm gonna get a burrito, double steak. Wow! I don't know what that really moves me. That's really nice of her. Jeez. Okay. The rest of you know. Hold on to your wallets. No, seriously. No one. Please. Anything else? I almost just hit end broadcast. Someone just got horny. Kinda. Only because I haven't been sleeping. I can feel my body. You know when you don't sleep a lot and your body starts producing testosterone like you're asleep, so you start getting these random erections. You guys, that ever happen to you? I don't sleep a lot, so I get my nighttime erections while I'm awake. Those ones are crazy. Anyway,
instead of morning wood, it's just daily wood.
Just fucking crazy wood. Maybe it's all the arginine. Maybe it's all the arginine I've been taking.
Wood.
Arginine and creatine.
Yeah. California money is like the Chinese yen, 1,000K for a burrito. No. Okay. So anything else we want to add, and any injuries, accidents, Rich Froning finally make it inside.
We could bring up the team judge misloading the barbell for the cleans.
Oh yeah, that's fun. Let's do that.
Hiller did that video.
Okay, yeah, let's check that out. Good one, Spin. Can you brief before we watch this? Can you because Hiller speaks cryptically when he's in a hurry? Can you tell us what we're about to see?
Yeah, he'll show it, but basically one of the teams on the outside lane, they weren't in contention for a spot. The guy started to work on the cleans, started to stand it up and realized that it was uneven, and you'll see him point out a 10-pound plate in front of him here.
Is that normal that the judges load the right shit
there in the green, and he starts pointing.
Is it the judge's job to put the right weight on?
Yeah, I think they were changing the weights or getting it ready.
And it's an Asian dude, so he's probably like an engineer or something and very sensitive to these types of things. 10 pounds difference on each side. My God. How the fuck does that happen? I guess if it happens to Laura Horton. Say that again, Caleb?
I think that's an event staff thing, not a judging thing.
Yeah, me too. I think that also. But if I'm the judge, I fly over there. I don't even take the collar off.
Yeah.
I just shove that fucking thing on there.
Now, so they said they didn't do any more. They didn't.
Oh,
do any
he
reps,
moves.
Right?
He got up fast. That judge got up fast.
He didn't put it on there though. Look, he's on the wrong side.
Oh, he's gonna take off the other 10.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Well,
wait,
they wasted an entire minute. They only have 2 minutes per interval.
I like what that judge did. That's good.
He's putting his hand up, waiting for somebody. What could they have gone in the next heat then? Maybe
they should have done something like that. Yeah.
Is
that the beginning of the event right there?
That looks like the heaviest weight, or maybe the second heaviest.
So if they only get like
heaviest.
would they get 1 minute interval to clean as many times as you can?
Yeah.
If I'm that guy, I'm just cleaning that weight 10 pounds less. It doesn't make you that off kilter. And you're getting away with something if you're that guy. I get you're crooked and it's not right. And what they did was not right. They should have let them go in the next heat. But I mean, just clean it. Shift your hands 1 inch to the left.
Yeah. No. So they did. It was 3 rounds, and the weight increased. I can't remember the weights that it was, but I think the judges that were out there were the ones that were responsible for changing it in the minute rest between.
Hey, you know what's interesting is they say, in the spirit of the games,
granted his appeal, so he got 1 rep.
Yeah, so the weights.
That's the worst part about that. That's so terrible. That is like an FU to that team. Oh my goodness.
Hey, what's interesting is that the games uses that line in the spirit of the games or in the spirit of the movement. So you would think that they would just be like, hey, they should have just let that team run it with no one out there. They could have done that. They like with a few, while the rest of the while they were transitioning from one event to the other.
Yeah.
Just let that team go. Did they do that at the games one year? They just let Rogue
they
did
that at Rogue for Alexis Raptis.
Yeah, that was crazy, right?
And I mean, I think that's the
crazy
most fair
cool
way. And every there, you can't tell me they wouldn't be okay with that.
They did run a tight ship today, man. The game, the schedule was so tight and beautiful.
I think because Wilson is running the event.
The dude who kicked Rich out. Okay. Anything else you would like to bring up, Mr. Spin, Mr. Young?
No, I'm excited to see the leaderboard shake up. I think we'll see some decent movement tomorrow morning and have quite a few people in contention for the last event. All
right. We will be back here tomorrow. If anyone's wondering where I'm going straight to the beach. There's 3 hours of beach time left. So meet me at the beach tomorrow morning. Oh shit, we get to sleep in, Souza, till 5. This 6 a.m. Pacific. We will be here at 5 a.m. No. Oh shit, we don't sleep in tomorrow. Souza, can you come on? Where is Souza? Oh, that sucks. I see individual event happening at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 6 a.m. our time, which means I have to start the show at 5 a.m. Holy shit.
You're good at that.
Thanks. My head's tingling because I'm so tired. Oh God, Audrey, that would be awesome. I would love to meet you at the Tennessee River too. We could skip rocks. Okay. Yeah, it does suck for me. I will see you guys here at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow.
Sounds good.
And Mr. Young, will you be here?
Yep.
And Mr. Spin,
If you want me.
I'd love you, dude. I'd love you to be here. Thank you. You guys have been killing it. Let's see if we can get Tyler here. We've never had all 4 of us, huh?
We did for
Briefly.
like 30 minutes, and then
Okay.
I had to go.
Okay. Jay Hartle sucks for you nerds. East Coast is happy. Well, thank you. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, CrossFit, for putting on an event that we could talk about, criticize, beat up on. And sleep well, everyone. Caleb, thank you. Mr. Souza, thank you. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. You know who's coming on Monday? Monday evening, there's an MMA fighter coming on. Her name is Ty Emery. And she's the one that won her fight and then jumped up on the rings and pulled out her titties. And so she popped on my radar. I'm a fan of the fight game. All right. See you guys tomorrow morning.